Governor Muhammad Umaru Bago of Niger State signed a memorandum of understanding yesterday for the Produce for Lagos initiative. This initiative establishes a strategic partnership where Niger State will produce food items such as paddy, tubers, legumes, and grains, while Lagos State will serve as major organized market. This partnership ensures that farmers in Niger State have a reliable market for their produce, while citizens of Lagos State can expect availability of produce. Now, Mr. Victor, what do you make of this partnership, this arrangement between Lagos State and Niger State?
Yeah, the partnership is a great one. And we expect more of this from other states, other sister states and stuff like that. I think this is the first of its kind where two states are partnering to do a particular thing when it comes to agriculture. So I think it's a good one, and it's a good one, and I urge other states, like River State here, we have the seaport there. We can partner with, what's it called? We can do these things. This Babajide guy and that Bago,
yes,
they are great guys. They are doing good jobs, great jobs, fantastic jobs. These are the people, these are the kind of governors we need.
Particularly the Lagos State governor.
No, that other guy too, Bago is a very smart one. From House of Reps, I think he contested for the speakership of House of Reps. He didn't get it, but at least he tried and he created an impact. Now, being governor of Niger State, man, that guy is doing great. So, partnering with Lagos State, I think it's a good one. And I urge other states to, you know, follow this same
same path they are towing.
Yeah, the path they are towing. I think it's a great one. I give it up to them.
Now, when you talk about you citing River State, you're saying River State can also partner with other states.
Yeah.
Now, River State is blessed with
yes,
arable land.
Yeah.
And a lot of arable land in River State used actually is lying fallow.
Yeah.
Do not forget, River State, there's been this ongoing complaint that River State is, the city, it's overpopulated. And,
yeah,
you know, I think it started with former Governor Amechi trying to depopulate the city and push them into other places.
Yeah, the greater Port Harcourt.
Yes. But then, River State has a lot of land, arable land, lying fallow. And not just that, River State is also blessed with large body of water.
Yeah.
So, do you think that, don't you think it's time River State, other states should partner with River State because of the produce that can actually come out from River State? Not River State partnering with other states to bring in.
Whoever partners is still partnership now.
Well, I can understand Lagos State. Lagos State is largely populated.
Yeah.
They have little or no land left.
True, true.
But River State has lands. Yeah, particularly southeast. Let me not even focus on River State. Southeast, south.
Yeah, it's true. But the thing there is, can our land grow, let's say, what's it called, rice? I haven't seen where they grow rice.
But our land can grow palm oil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The partnership.
That's a major cash crop.
In the north, it's a major cash crop. You understand? So they can partner with us. We give them oil. They trade and.
Have we started producing oil?
Come on, now, it's everywhere.
No, not everywhere.
It's everywhere.
The oil we have, is it enough for consumption in south and south?
It is enough.
Can the oil in south and south? I'm not talking of arable land right now. I'm talking of the production of palm oil itself. We
had raisin palm there in Ubima.
Is it functional?
I think they have started again. I think they started again. That fed the nation. That particular plantation fed Nigeria.
So what happened?
They gave us oil. Government happened. today, I think they've privatized it also in Ubima there. So you see, we have the land, we have we have the products or the produce that can feed the nation. So all we need is just a good partner, a good sister state to partner with us. We need them. They need us. We don't have onion here. We don't have rice here. I think we don't even have watermelon. We don't have potato. Name them.
There are certain crops. There are certain produce that their land can and also
can
in
grow.
the southeast
That cannot grow here.
Okay.
So I think the partnership should just be a two-way thing. A give me, I give you thing.
All right. Okay. Let's look at the economy of Niger State. You know what this memorandum of understanding will mean for Niger State. You know, Niger State already have an organized market.
Yeah.
You know, so they grow their crops. They already have a market for their produce.
Yeah.
So, isn't that a major source of IGR for Niger State?
You know, what they are doing right now, they are expanding. They are digging more wells.
Okay.
Their produce going to Lagos. It's like extending it outside Niger State.
Okay.
So it will increase the revenue. Man, see, I give it up for that Bago guy, honestly. I think he was in the US recently to get tractors or something. I can't really remember that. But the guy have really been...
He's investing in mechanized farming.
Yes. I give it up to him like he's a perfect one for Niger State. He knows what they need. He knows what the state have in abundance, and he's utilizing it. And trust me, with this partnership, come on, it will be very, very, very good.
Now, let's also look at the side effects of this partnership.
Their side effects.
You're surprised it might have a side effect,
I
right?
don't even think.
Okay. You know, let's look at the side effects. If other northern states decide to partner with specific states for their produce, wouldn't that affect, you know, that produce reaching to other parts of the country?
No.
Other states?
No.
Let me give you an instance.
You know,
an MOU has been signed.
They have independent sellers or farmers.
If the demand from Lagos State is really on the high,
okay.
Now the Niger State must exhaust the demand, must supply, and must supply Lagos State first. So in a situation where the demand for it is high, it behoves on the Niger State government to even buy from the independent sellers, as you say.
Okay.
So now, even the independent sellers may not be able to push out their produce to other marketers because the state already has a say. Don't forget that even the state owns practically every land, right? The government has, it can give its decree and it will stand.
That's like intimidating the people.
It's not intimidating the people because the government, you are a farmer, right? And at the end of the day, you want to sell your produce, don't you? Sure. Now the state comes and buys them from you, taking away from you the stress of logistics.
Okay.
Taking away from you the stress of going to market and staying for hours. Taking away from you the stress of even looking for customers at the end of the day, and still give you value for your produce.
Okay.
Won't you be happy? At the end of the day, you just put a call, they come and carry your produce and pay you. That's a fact. So now the state at this point will have to first of all supply to Lagos before talking about supplying to other persons, because that's their first point of call.
Yeah, I think I will agree.
So don't you think at the end of the day, it might affect supply to other states?
You know, I didn't really think about this, but I think you're right here.
So
you caught me this time. Yeah, you're right. It will affect other states.
So now, if other northern states that are actually that are more into agricultural produce should seek other states like Lagos State and reach similar understanding
Agreement.
with them, business partnership with them,
Yeah.
how will other states cope? Isn't that a wake-up call for states at this point?
That's what I wanted to say. It's a wake-up call.
For states at this
Yeah.
point, because we might
It's a
get to
wake-up
that
call.
point, because Lagos State
I
is
wanted
trying
to say
to.
that. Lagos State is just, this is a country inside.
It's a nation in a nation.
It's a nation in a nation, honestly. These people they've left other states behind. They've left other states behind. Lagos State is one, and that's the good thing about continuity.
And not just that, a good step to quelling the hunger crisis. So even when other states are crying out of hunger, high cost of living, and don't forget, probably if this food comes in directly from the government will have a major say on how on the prices. There will be price control, crashing the price, and it will bring the market forces in Lagos State down.
True.
Right?
True.
Crashing the prices of foodstuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So isn't that a genius move by Lagos State?
It's a smart one.
Maybe River State should look at also delving into
Give River State what's it called? The Songhai farm. What happened to it? They killed it. Sim went there to revive it. What happened? So let's forget these people. The Buguma fish farm. What happened to it? If you're going to Omok, there's this very big farm there. What's happening? So these people, I don't want to go into River State thing right now, but we have these things. The Ogonis, some persons there, they started saying they are not more to start farming banana or what. Look at the thing that Mechi put there. River State won't even lack if that thing were to be functioning. Have you been there? The goats area, pigs, name it. They even train people in Cotonou. At least I have one or two persons that traveled. Amechi trained people, but they killed the farm. They killed it. That's where continuity comes in. They killed the farm. Now Sim wants to bring it up again. Do you know how much they will spend there? Look at Buguma fish farm. Same thing. People were going from town to Buguma to get fish, and you get it at a very cheap rate. So what are we not saying?
Well, the governor, like you said, the governor.
I pray he should try and revive it, because what Lagos State is enjoying today, River State can even enjoy more. We have same thing they have. We have it. If you've been to that Songhai farm, you will shed tears. The tractors, they are all gone. The facility, everything dilapidated.
Okay.
So that's just it, my dear. I give it up for Lagos and
all right.
Niger States.
We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue. Do not go away.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
people into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought very firmly.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy. ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable
On the point of
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what the blood.
I have fought very firmly.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
on the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains. Through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Welcome back. I have with me in the studio Mr. Emi Ferrara. Mr. Emi is a socio-political analyst. Good morning, Mr. Emi.
Good morning, Larissa, and good morning, viewers.
It's a pleasure to have you this morning.
The pleasure is on mine.
Okay, we were talking about the memorandum of understanding between the Lagos State and Niger State governments before you joined us. What do you have to say to that?
Lagos State in the Nigeria equation has always been a pace setter. They have visionary leaders, people who think. It's not just about politicking. After politics, then we have what they call governance. So for you to have good governance, there are certain things you must put in place. You must be thinkers, understanding the situation at hand. Lagos State will always read the Nigeria situation. I always try to be ahead of every other state. And that is what they are doing. Before this, they have what they call Lagos State Commodity Exchange. That is what every other state in Nigeria are not even thinking about. They trade in gold, they trade in crude oil, they trade in agricultural produce. And they also have a warehouse that can house about 150 trucks a day, just for food, so to provide food for Lagosians that can maybe preserve it for about 90 days if there is a shortage in supplies in agriculture. That is Lagos. That is a country in a country. That is where people think, unlike some other states. This MOU, I think, is to meet up the demand of that the previous policies that they have in place. You know, you need to stock this food. You need to have this 150 trucks. You need to provide other thing in place. So you can't do it alone. Lagos also have landmarks like Niger State. Niger State is the state that have the largest landmark in Nigeria. So if you partner with Niger, at least I think all is in pursuant of the previous policy. I remember in the time of Ambode, there was this partnership between Lagos and Kebbi State too that led to the production of what they call lake rice. LA for Lagos, KE for Kebbi. And that rice helped to cushion the prices of rice, I think around 2017, 2018. So you see the evictions in Lagos. You see how they are thinking. This MOU by Sawoluna, I think it's still going to boost the food supply in Lagos State. Why the producers, those who have vast land, will be yearning and waiting for food that will come from Lagos. One thing that annoyed me most there, I had people celebrating bringing bag of rice from Lagos State here to Port Harcourt, to Delta, and the rest. And I asked, where is it? I say Lagos. Lagos rice is cheap. When you get it there, I think a bag of rice was about 20-something thousand. But when the lake rice hit the market, it beat down the price. They were selling it 14 and 12,000 naira. 50 kg bag of rice, and people were running to Lagos to buy. Lagos State had a policy that people will be on queue. They have a distribution point where people go there, you buy it, and it cushioned the effect of suffering and whatever. The Lagosians, and people happily left here to go and buy rice in Lagos. It was a shame, and I think kudos to Sawolu if they partner Niger State. This will also boost the IGR of Niger State, because remember Bagudu then celebrated over 170 billion naira, profit they made from such partnership with Lagos. One, a great job for them, created job for them. Two, it boosts their IGR. Three, it boosts food supply in Kebbi State and the Lagos State, because Lagos brought the money. This time around, Niger State will be the one farming. They will have the land. The money will be shipped down to.
Also create jobs.
to Niger State, job will be created for them, right? And you see, if you check the unemployment index and other, you will see the one of Niger State will be reduced to an extent, while the one of Bayelsa State, the one of Rivers State, misery index will be increasing. You see, misery index will be increasing. So these are the issues. Let us have people who think. It's not about politics alone. What do you have for the people? What do you have to do? That is why I heard my good friend here when I was talking about, boosting the agriculture, policy in Rivers State with regard to the Songhai farm and the rest of it. And I was behind the camera. I asked, does Rivers State really have an economy? Rivers doesn't have an economy. They doesn't. Let's stop pretending. I posted this on my Facebook wall, and some people were just attacking me that I'm biased, I hate Rivers. So I said, no. You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you. The time has come where we will speak the hard truth. Let's speak the hard truth. Let's make the enemies from there. If the enemy can lead to the good of Rivers State, I think it's happier we will be than being a sycophant supporting and clapping at Rivers State. I'm not from Rivers State, yes, but this is where I belong to. This is where I do well. This is where I earn my daily bread. So I should be concerned with the development of Rivers State. I should contribute. I should show that Rivers State is well before we go to Delta State. In Rivers first. So Rivers State is taking care of me now, isn't it? So I should be more concerned with the activities in Rivers State. Rivers State doesn't have an economy. Can you tell me a functional transport system? These are the economy. Does Rivers State have government-owned transport system? No. What about the industry? Does Rivers State have any industry factory that is producing, do anything? No. Is there any policy on agriculture in Rivers State? No. So where is the economy? Where is the economy? Is there any law on electricity in Rivers State? Is no. No law, no legislation on electricity in Rivers State. So Rivers does not have economy. What we have is circumferencing in Rivers State. What we have is good governors. Good governors that increase the misery index of the state. These are the issues. It's not about supporting you, praise, you do thanksgiving and the rest of it. Why Rivers State is sinking? Okay. Rivers State ought to be a big brother to the South states because it's one of the first states that were created in Nigeria along Kano, Kaduna, and I think Kwara, the rest of it. About 6 of the sea existing. Rivers State is supposed to be the big brother here. But the big brother, there's nothing to copy from the big brother. What you see is something that even will make you be so ashamed politically. These are the issues you see in Rivers State. And you are so pissed off with the issue of Rivers State. I tell you, we have vast land. Now, if you travel around the Lele and the rest, you see land everywhere. What is sustaining the economy of Israel today? UK is in recession, but Israel, you hardly hear anything about recession. It's all about farming. They don't have oil. They don't have gold. It's about farming, fishing, and the rest of that. We have rivers. Well, in the territory of river, but we don't have a fish trawler owned by state government that can improve the state IGR, that can engage people and improve the food supply in the state. We don't have it. Yeah, we have river. I can't eat fresh fish because the price is so outrageous. Why I live in River State, I will be waiting for Gary to come for Benue from there and the rest of me to eat Gary in River State. It's really a shame. We can sign this MOU, more of it. If we bring that, we are taking home 14 billion, 17 billion, 12 billion from the FAC. So if we set aside 2 billion, we can partner other states like Katsina, those smaller states. We can partner Gombe, we can partner Jigawa. If we dish out 2 billion, I give to the state governor there. Gombe is a very small state. Yobe is a very small state. We give the 2 billion. It will become like 200 billion in their eyes. You say, let us farm. Give us ready the land. We bring the money. Whatever you produce from there, you ship it to River State. We'll be paying you, we'll be doing all this. You have your idea. Don't worry. If River State have produce that hit the market, people are telling me, because I usually go to the basics. I visit the market to know the cost of things, how things are around here. If you tell me the tomato cup of rice is about 400 or whatever, and the roba, the custard roba, is about 5,000, 6,000 or something. If we have rice produced in River State, maybe it's produced in Kebbi, it's produced in Gobe, but rebagged there in River's name. Yeah. If you hit the market today, I tell you, that custard that is sold 6,000 naira will be sold around maybe 2,000 or 3,000. Would River State people be happy with such a government? They will be happy, because with that you create alternative to outrageous commodities. So you are selling your, nobody will tell you that it's selling 6,000 to bring your home to 3,000, 4,000, because you now have a competition, a severe competitions to face. Rivers State will now become your competitor in the market, but we don't have anything like that. It's not the please. Rivers, I know they are angry. People will be so angry now. He has started again.
No.
He has started again. But I will continue in this path. Let me receive the heat. Let me receive the insult, the hatred, or whatever, until Rivers State is better. Then I will be happy.
Okay. On to the next story. Disturbed by the state of insecurity caused by multiple crimes, banditry, and spate of kidnappings across the country, the leadership of the National Assembly has resolved to urgently seek to meet President Bola Tinubu in order to find lasting solutions to the problems. The National Assembly, particularly the Senate, has also declared as very disturbing, unfortunate and sad killing of over 50 people in fresh attacks in some communities in Benue State by suspected terrorists and unabated security challenges across the country. It also urged the service chiefs and heads of other security agencies to, as a matter of urgency, deploy security personnel to address the continuing and ongoing attacks by armed terrorists parading as headsmen on the communities in Gwande, Ukum, Logo, and Kastina Ala local government areas of Benue State, with a view to flushing them out and restore normalcy to the affected communities, and invest in surveillance technology and equipment to detect and prevent future attacks. The Senate called for the review of security architecture in the affected areas to forestall the continuous attacks. It also urged the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to immediately mobilize relief materials to the people displaced by these attacks in Gwande, Ukum, Logo, and Kastina Ala local government areas of Benue State. Resolutions of the Senate yesterday were sequel to a motion brought under matters of urgent public importance, pursuant to orders 41 and 51 of the Standing Orders 2023 as amended by Senator Emmanuel Udende, APC, Benue Northeast, following the fresh attacks on the Benue communities. Moves to have an urgent meeting with the President by the leadership of National Assembly on the unending security problems bedeviling the country came after exhaustive debate on fresh killings in Benue State. Now, let me start with you, Mr. Victor. The National Assembly is making moves to meet the President over fresh killings. Insecurity in the country has spanned over a decade, and it keeps escalating. And so far, the security chiefs, the military, the forces, they keep coming out to give us updates on what they have done so far and how they are. But it appears complicated. What exactly is going on? Are these bandits and herdsmen and unknown government, are they stronger than the federal government?
Man, I don't know what to say when it comes to this particular herdsmen and, will I say herdsmen? This Benue issue, it's not ending. It's not ending. I don't know. The last time I was here, I was saying Alaya is doing a good job and stuff like that. But with this latest development again, it's really heartbreaking.
You had an opinion then that the part of the attacks that time was politically motivated.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, you didn't say that.
No, I didn't say that. It wasn't. I didn't say that. Now, this killing, what is the NSA doing about it? It's not about having meeting. Can the chief of army staff, can they relocate to that place? They really need to know what's happening. No, but that's just the truth. They really need to know what's happening in Benue State. Too much now. The killing there is too much. Every day you're slaughtering people. What is happening there? I think they really, as in Benue State, I think the president needs to call for a state of emergency when it comes to that security thing. Because it's becoming a failed state. Some local governments today in Benue, you go there, you won't even see people. People are scared to go to their farms. People are scared to do businesses. And don't forget, this is the food basket of our nation. If you go to Benue, if you buy orange of 500 naira, it's even close to a mini basket. But because of the insecurity right now, people are leaving the states. People can't go to the farms. So I think the meeting with the president is a good one, but it's not about meeting. The NSA, the COAS, every one of them, they need to do something about it. Okay. Because it's getting...
All right. Mr. Amy, do you think this meeting will yield positive results?
When a people have decided to become children, adults, I mean to say, have decided to become children, then you will hear them, you see them sitting on the ground, pouring sand on themselves. And if you tell their colleagues, see me, how clean I am, and be proud of it. But to adults, the reasonable adult will say, how will this one be just beating themselves with sand? They become so dirty. But in the eyes of the children, it's okay. Why do I have to go this path? We live in a society that is governed by, and governments are elected according to the ground norm. Two primary assignments that are most important: security of life and property. Every other thing is second. These are the primary functions of Nigerian government, as stated in the Constitution. The people should be alive. As the people are living, their property should be safe. But if government are not doing this, you focus on the secondary aspect of governance. That is why I say they are just behaving like children. I'm sorry to use that word. Also, the role of each parastatal of each or institution of government are clearly stipulated and enshrined in the law. Most time we call on the army, military. And I keep asking, where is it? Which is their primary duty to do what I just said now. Until the police are overwhelmed, then they cannot call on the military through the president.
How are you sure the police
to
are
do
not
this?
overwhelmed?
Now, I am not sure the police are overwhelmed. Do you know why?
Mr. Amy, if you've been to Benue, you know that the police...
I know Benue very well. That will lead me to saying this. If you hear that there is trouble in Benue security and all that, these are the three local government. Ukum, Logo, and Kasinal. These are the trouble. We hear Kaduna trouble, Kaduna Sada is three local government. So now, if the police are overwhelmed, I will say no. Rather, the police are concentrating on 100 naira, 50 naira, or whatever, leaving the primary duty and marking their tight card every day. They return, they give to somebody, and they say DPO is collecting. No, I say somebody. I say somebody. So they are concentrating on marking that card on daily basis, leaving their primary function. Not that they are overwhelmed. So the army are not taking over the jobs of the police. So I am even advocating now that the salary of the police should be slashed into two. Army should be taking half of it, added to their own, because they are not doing the job of the military and the job of the police, so that maybe the police will wake up. That is that. Then
we're in a war situation here.
Now the thing is, what is the war here? What is the war here?
When it comes to Benue, we're in a war situation.
What is the war? Matter. It's not something of today.
We know.
And I heard that somebody or group of people are meeting the president to deliberate on the matter. And I asked, good, I clap for that. At least they will leave their offices, the AC, the sharing allowance or whatever allowance. I still visit the president. Discuss. I agree. And discuss issue of security. Kudos to them. Bravo to them. But how many discussions have they been discussing, and what are the fruits from these discussions? Is it really making sense? The answer to me is no. You are meeting the president, who is the head of the executive, to do what? To implement the old laws. Isn't it? To implement the old laws in the same way. That is doing the same thing. All over, and all over, and all over. The answer will also be what? The same. If you meet the president, the best thing that we do is redeployment of security officers, adjustment, moving A to B, moving D. The same result will also come. What I expect them to do after the 2001 bombing in USA, that is the trade center that was bombed, I think that is September 11, 2001. The Congress in US now discovered that they run a democratic society where rules and laws stipulate what should be done and how it should be done. If we must strengthen our security architecture in USA, it means we must do new things. And what the Congress did was to come up with a law called the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act now take away some of the rights of the citizens. You know, we like talking about right. Take away some of the rights. The right in the sense that the security agencies now have power to intercept certain calls and monitor certain calls, emails or whatever. The security can even arrest if they suspect that you are doing one or two things. They don't need to go for warrant, and they will need to pick you and take you somewhere, interrogate you and ensure that you are not a threat to the American state. These were the law that empowered the security people to do more of the job and quell whatever threat or foreseen threat to the American state. Now, some people are going to meet the president. The question I'm asking them now, what law have you legislated now to empower the security agencies to do more of the work? What is the president getting? The president is to implement the law that you gave him. And what law has been changed? What law has been tinkered with? What law has been legislated for him to work? Nothing. So he will just go there, tell Adamu or Bako or Bola or whatever, oh, yeah, leave Benue, go to this, leave this and this, call DPO the same way, isn't it? Why you have people still moving around, doing those things that are doing to sabotage the security of the nation? So why don't you come up with a legislation that Nigerians so as you will not know that you are serious about the security situation? Some of these excesses should be cut down through legislation because it's a democratic state. I have right to do whatever I want to do lawfully according to our constitution. Freedom of movement, even moving without direction. I can move and move. Freedom to do business, including doing some other business that are illegal. Freedom to do that. Why don't you look at this freedom that encourages security? Why don't you look at this law that actually weaken the performance of the security people and strengthen them, empower them? You don't do that. You're just going to discuss. Discuss what now? The onus is on the National Assembly to tinker with our laws that will empower the security situation in Nigeria. The onus is on them. It's not about just the president. The president cannot do more than what is written in the law.
All right. All right. Now, you said Benue State was in a state of war.
Yeah. Those three local governments, that's Kasnala, all those their names, I can't really pronounce them. They're in a state of war.
So you think the police are overwhelmed?
Yes. It's the military that is in charge right now in those local governments. And even the military, come to think of it, they are not well equipped. The military, the salary, there is no morale boosting. So they themselves too, they are tired.
Okay.
They are tired. So they must compromise.
You're saying on national television that the military is compromised.
They will compromise.
They will.
He said they will, but I want to disagree with my friend here a little bit. Okay. Why I'm disagreeing is that when you talk about empowering the military in terms of equipment and all that,
yeah.
Of recently, our military had good equipment to combat whatever security challenge. Now, yes, they have it.
No.
I will prove it. Hold on. I'm coming. They have them at their disposal. You ended the word well with the issue of compromise. It's not that they will. Some people are compromising within the military. Some people are compromising within the police. These people are known. The unknown gunmen or men known men, or whatever name you call them, they live around the people. They are among the people. People know them. But the thing is that some people are compromising for the sharp pay. People are collecting things and allowing certain things to happen. Ukum logo Akasina Alu can be taken care of, and these people, napped.
Let me ask you a quick question, very quick one. And I also need a quick answer. Do you think the government of the day has the political will to nab insecurity in the board?
Government of the day at the state or federal, whatever, or government at the 3 tiers.
At the level, at all the tiers.
Yes, the thing is, I can see some efforts that they are making. Where I'm having little problem is the total sincerity in doing this. What is the total sincerity here? Having the head of people rolling, people who fail to perform, jettisoning the political aspect of issue. Maybe this one, if I do, I will offend this politically. No. Turn blind eye to this one. Let some people be dealt with seriously within the security architecture. You will see things will change.
Okay.
That is the issue. Then the Benue State government earlier, it has the option of Section 11 of the 1999 Constitution as amended to come up with security outfits, because the law empowers state government to make law with regard to good governance, peace, and security of their states. So you can come up with something like the Amotekun that you see in the southwest. Amotekun is not a regional security outfit. Amotekun is a state security outfit created by state law. This is what many people don't know. It's created by state law. Why of the state, the state of the southwest, adopted same policy and legislated in that regard, having their own respective Amotekun. So what they did is to form a synergy, having a kind of a central communication where they share information and the rest of it. So Benue State government also have this opportunity to come up with such a policy or legislation, having security, state security outfit that can help to gather intelligence, information, monitoring, and working in synergy with the conventional police and the military. This Ghana is dead, but I can tell you there are many other Ghanas in Benue State. Sure. So we need to catch them. We need to nail them. We need to deal with them decisively, because criminality is becoming so lucrative in the Nigeria state. The people celebrate you based on the resources you throw around. The chieftaincy kingdom, they give you chieftaincy title. The religious group, they put in the front seat, coin messages to to praise you. The market people say because you are bringing money to buy goods. Government give you appointment thinking that you will be of political help to them. So you see how the business becomes so lucrative. So until we decide that enough is enough, Benue people will not say enough is enough, irrespective of political interest or whatever, this issue will be dealt with and peace will return.
All right. On to the next story. Governor Nasser Idris of Kebbi State has delivered on his promise to members of the State House of Assembly by presenting them with SUVs. The governor distributed 24 first-class Toyota Jeeps to the dedicated members for their official duties. He underscored that this gesture reflects the commitment to diligently serve the people of Kebbi State. He said, "I am honored to fulfill my promise by distributing 24 first-class Toyota Jeeps to the dedicated members of the Kebbi State House of Assembly for their official engagements. Today at the Government House in Birin Kebbi, I personally presented these vehicles, expressing the gratitude for the Assembly's cooperation and understanding. The harmonious working relationship between the executive arm and the Assembly has been paramount. In the spirit of collaboration, I joined the Speaker of the Assembly, Right Honorable Usman Muhammad Ankwe, in a test drive of the Jeep allocated to him." Mr. Mi, what do you have to say to this?
What I will have to say is I will ask Lazarus Achoma, where is my own SUV coming? Because people are giving SUV now, isn't it? For being dedicated, committed, forming that synergy, that harmonious working and all that. We are here laughing. That is synergy we are forming. So I will be waiting for my SUV.
After now.
Governor appreciating dedicated member according to him is good. As you know, appreciate them, you praise them, support them, because you need that harmonious working for the state to function properly. But in appreciating people, the appreciation should be well defined in line with responsibility and function. The members of the State Assembly went to the people of their various state constituencies and appealed to them that I can give you laws, I can perform that oversight function, I can represent you if you give me the mandate to be there. They sought the job, and the people say, since you said so, go and represent us, and represent us well. And they are being paid from the state resources. They are being taken care of from the state resources. Right? Now, if you are appreciating, what is the essence of expending the scarce resources of the state in buying SUV, not healers that can jump gallops, mountains and bad roads, not taxi that can take them from point A to point B. We are talking about SUV worthing hundreds of millions to say thank you for doing something you are being paid to do. For me, is visionless. For me, is cluelessness. For me, is wastage of scarce resources. If the state governor understands the precarious situation in the country currently, he will know that the money used to buy 2 SUV can farm an acre of land that can produce either more rice, more wheat, more maize, more vegetable, that can improve the living condition of. But now you are using that money to buy SUV, giving to a man who already have SUVs and other official cars. What manner of governance is this? If you are elected a local government chairman, you are elected a governor, you are elected a president under the Nigeria settings, you have 2 functions to play. One, the administrative function, that is rule implementation. Then you have the second one, the managerial function, that will help to shaping the ideas, the visions, and behavior of citizens. And this comes through policies. Today, if you put together the money that you used to buy 2 SUV, you put it together, you have a pool that grants little loan or whatever to people who behave well among the youth, innovative youths, SMEs, people who think, conformist in the state, and say, if you are able to do A, B, C, D, you are able to generate a business plan, and we see from one of these people, I have a committee that read through, we will fund it without stress. I will be paying bit by bit back to the state. I believe every KB youth and citizens will no longer be thinking of joining Boko Haram. We no longer be thinking of becoming gun-known men and men-known gun. Will not be thinking of becoming herdsmen who will, or disguised people who go about the name herdsmen and killing people. But rather, they will not tap into that policy of getting that free money that will help them to become somebody in their career in business. You have helped to shaping the behavior of these people and taking their mind from criminality and making them more useful to the state. Okay. But now you are investing that money into people who doesn't really need it, but just to be extravagant and show off, telling people that you need to kill to become an assembly member, you need to deceive, you need to do everything because you are there, you will get SUV, plus SUV, plus SUV, and you have e-losses packed in your compound that you don't need. So you take people's mind to that area and criminality will continue in that upsurge.
All right. Mr. Victor, I could see you reacting when Mr. Amy was speaking.
It's a pity situation we're finding ourselves. The governor is a disgrace.
That's a strong word to use on national television. You can't call the governor a disgrace.
Oh, so sorry about it. He's clueless. Let me use that word. They are so clueless in this country. Kebbi, will I say, is one of the poorest states in Nigeria. And you're happy to be flaunting, what's it called? SUVs. And they tag them first class SUVs. You understand me? They are tagging it first class SUVs.
Maybe it's in local parlance, tier rubber.
I understand. Tier rubber. People are poor in Kebbi. People are suffering. I elected you, or I voted for you to go represent me, just like what he said, to make laws that will help us, that will help the community. But the governor is there thanking them for their cooperation and everything and gifting them SUVs. It's a shame. Sometimes when I look at these people, I'll be like, what is really going on? Will Nigeria ever be great? But the truth is, the answer is no. Probably they took this thing from their senior colleagues in the House of Representatives and Senators and the House of the Senate there. Theirs was over 100 million. So probably this one should be like 80-something million. Something that will bring development to the states, will bring development to their constituents. But today, they are using it to buy first-class SUVs, tier rubber SUVs. It's a shame.
All right. Nigeria's cement industry is too large for one man to monopolize, Monarch says. The OV, His Royal Majesty King Obukowo Monday Whiskey, JP Udehe 1, amid the escalating prices of cement in Nigeria, has made a passionate appeal to President Bola Tinubu for the reopening of the shuttered Medwell cement factory located in Ijehe. The monarch also urged the renewal of for all cement producers whose permits have been revoked, highlighting the need for a more competitive and efficient economy in the cement production sector. The king expressed his concerns over the monopolistic tendencies in the cement industry, describing it as wickedness for only one person to be at the forefront in production of cement in Nigeria. He said, it is 15 years ago, or let's say 12 years ago, when the project was brought down by cabals in the cement industry. He had already created over 2,000 direct jobs and over 10,000 indirect jobs to the Nigerian economy. As a king, I see pain, and I believe that the coming in of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man who is business-oriented, a man who is economically viable, he knows the importance of the cement sector to the Nigerian economy. If we must make development of shelter as one of the basic requirements of human existence. And when the place was shut down, a lot of young men, a lot of artisans who were working here lost their jobs. I came here to plead with Mr. President to revisit and grant the reissue of the 6 licenses that were used to regional business. The cement industry is too large for one man or one company to deal in. No individual can do this. Speaking of the 500,000 metric tons that were approved for Medwell Portland cement, only 50,000 metric tons came to Nigeria. It was disposed of in less than 4 or 5 months. There is still over 450,000 metric tons in China. As it is, I and the good people have agreed to justice that was done to our great son, Prince David Iweta, MD-CEO Medwell Cement. The injustice that was done to a South-South son and to a Nigerian who is business-oriented, who believes in the right way of doing things. Medwell, as an industry player, is being very patriotic. Some of them went to court. They collected a huge amount of money from the federal government. But he didn't go to court because he believed that a day like this will come. And I believe that Mr. President, as a listening president, will listen to this very important cry and order the reopening of the factory, which will help resolve the high demand for cement. As we speak, no 2 or 3 or 4 companies can produce enough cement to meet cement consumption for Nigeria. So the best decision the government took then was to ensure that there is a Portland cement factory, one in each region that is outside the major players. And the licenses that were issued to them was for them to first import cement. They were given clearance for 500,000 metric tons of imports. By the time they were done with that, they would have to make arrangements for production. And that was what Prince David Iweta and his group were doing diligently, as at the time the factory was shut down. They had only taken delivery of 50,000 metric tons of the product. And what that translates is that 450,000 metric tons are still in China. And if you cannot bring in what you have borrowed money to bring to the country to sell, you can't be talking about production. But an individual who wrote a petition telling government of Nigeria that they have no reason to import cement, that those who are importing should be stopped so that he remains the only authority in cement industry in Nigeria, I think it is wicked. It is wrong. I think an option is not viable, and the government ought to know that. Now, this is coming from the monarch who is pleading with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reissue licenses that were revoked in the past, to cement producers. Let me start with you, Mr. Victor. You understand the history of cement production and everything that has been going, even behind closed doors, over the years, and now it's boiling down to this. What do you have to say to this, sir?
It's a right call. It's a right call from the monarch. The Iweta, is it Iweta? He's not
Prince
the only
Iweta.
one affected in these things. The likes of Ibeto, they were all affected. The likes of this guy that brought in rock cement, that's Colin Dixon, the white guy. Some will say they are barrack children. I will say I'm a cement child because my dad worked in Eagle Cement for a number of years. And while I was little, we do visit the factory, and when I see a picture in my head, I'll be like, man, we as a nation were going backwards. These people, the cabals, let me use the word the cabals, have succeeded in monopolizing the market. Right now, I don't think we have up to 4 cement companies in this. We'll start with Dangote, Bua, Lafarge. I don't even know which other one. Like Ashaka Cements, they are gone. Ibeto is gone. Eagle Cement's gone. Rock Cement's gone. Name them. If these guys were to still be in business, I don't even see any reason why cement will get to 3,000 naira a bag. So the call from the traditional ruler is a good one. But will it work?
Will it work? Well, let me come to Mr. Emefiaga. Mr. Emefiaga, what do you have to say?
Yes, the OVA, His Royal Highness, Obukoho.
Okay, that's the right pronunciation.
Obukoho Monday Whiskey.
All right.
The OVA of Igire Kingdom.
Okay.
He's not a talkative.
Okay.
He talks when it matters. He's a man of few words. I've seen him several times. He look at issues, analyze them thoroughly before he speaks. I really commend what he said, because if we are talking about the economic downturn, then we must look at what actually led to the situation we are today. Back days when Nigeria was actually producing virtually almost everything that we use, there the Naira was very strong. That was where we watched Sanyo TV, passes of Peugeot, all were manufactured and produced here. We have our cement, our iron ore, all we're working until we now have that importation mentality where we have that ostenticity, and people began to think about foreign, and before you look, things gradually went down and we become an importing nation, where we import everything. Despite that, I think around 2001, where we had a shortfall of cement supply, I think about 11.5 million MT then. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was the president and decided to increase the supply of cement by granting licenses to some of these company, Ibeto and the rest of them, to import box cement, what we call box cement. Box cement, you bring them without rebranding. But you bring that to Nigeria, you rebrand them here with your name, your brand name or whatever before you push it to the market. That really, actually, it didn't meet up the demand and the desire of Nigeria, and the policy was extended in 2008 again. And consequently, we now saw a situation where government and some political players, politics is ubiquitous, and people will always find a way, to outrun their competitors in a market economy. So they find a way into politics and decided, to cripple some other persons in order for them to stay afloat, themselves alone. And that is where the monopoly of cement today led us to. We now buy cement at a outrageous price, which is, aberration to me. We have all the, what is it called? I think query. When you go to the west, we have many of them there. What are the use of these things if we cannot have cement factory around those places? It means we are very unserious. Very, very unserious. Monopoly is not good for Nigeria. That is why when people are talking about Nigeria moving to complete capitalism, I want to ask, we kill this country. Based on
the country is dead
Nigeria is not dead. I love my country. Nigeria
I love my country.
Nigeria is living.
I love my country.
If we continue,
they are living, they are on life support.
No, Nigeria is living.
Yes.
Nigeria is living.
Support.
Nigeria is living. The thing now is, if we move towards capitalism, complete capitalism, the attitude of some Nigerians will cripple this nation. That greed, when I mean they are talking about the greed, that is why I say monopoly is not good for Nigerian people. You see what unionism is doing to us. Some people will just say that, oh, we are offended. We will not lift petroleum product again. Okay. There will be, just there. Nigeria will be suffering. Everybody will not be begging there, please now, go and lift now. If we lead to people, will greet us. Good afternoon, good evening, we do everything. We will now go. So these things are not good for the Nigerian state. I want to urge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, as many as the licenses you can issue in the cement industry, let there be more producers in the sector.
And crash the market.
Let us have more of them. Let them go into union and say, oh, you are issue more licenses. If they criticize you for issue 20 licenses, please double issue to 40. If they criticize you for issue 40, make it 80. So by the time you do so, we will have more competition in the market. That competition will bring down the prices. Nobody will beg anybody to bring down their prices again. So I really implore you, see that cement made well in Delta. The number of people that are actually employed before, the economic boost that was being experienced between this vicinity.
When you read through the story, the Royal Majesty was saying that he employed over 5,000.
2,000 directs.
Yes, and then extra 1,000.
Yes, if you watch the economic festival around those areas where people were tripping in, if we have one factory here producing maybe the cement in that area, we have people going there to sell pure water. Sachet water. Other people will go there to sell granite.
Employees will relocate.
Some will go there to sell banana. Some will go there to even build houses because we have people coming there to buy. We now have guest houses and all that. You see, we boost the economy of those areas. But you took away these licenses because you felt that the policy, the initial intention was good, was to drive home production. But Nigerian man now, immediately you give a Nigerian person, not all Nigerians, so some Nigeria, that opportunity. Okay, you that have the resources at that point, you'll be producing. You monopolize the system. The production reduced so that I can be in charge. I will decide who build a house or who will not build a house. I will decide how much we bring, how much we use to buy cement in the country. You will not become a baba. that everybody bows to, because if you shut down, Nigerians will die to you. So, but if we can take care of these people through policies of granting more licenses, I think it will help. It should not just be limited to the cement industry. We should have more licenses given to tankers, licenses given to radio houses, TV houses, licenses given to modular people to build more modular refineries, licenses given to people to farm, licenses more to flood the market, airlines, transportation, everywhere.
And make the cost of the licenses affordable.
So that we have more competition in the market. Because the monopoly is actually killing us. How can one man, people just go and say, you are selling, they have query here every year in Nigeria, in the southwest, there you can break and you begin to make your cement. You are telling me that I should bring out 12,000 to buy your cement. You are telling the poor people not to, you know, live in a decent home again, because the landlord will tell you, I want to increase my rent, and beside that, it has that be built 30 years ago. We say the price of cement is this, and they will increase the rent. Poor people now will you know, lose their homes. So it's not good. Give more licenses.
The National Human Rights Commission expressed concern on Wednesday about the effects of ongoing economic reforms on human rights in Nigeria. Presenting the February edition of its monthly dashboard on human rights, the Commission highlighted that images and videos showing citizens breaking into warehouses and trucks carrying foodstuffs not only threaten the rule of law, but also violate the right to human dignity as guaranteed by the Constitution and the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. The Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, Mr. Anthony Ojukwu, SAN, said the dashboard is a unique and distinctive initiative of the Commission that presents to us an infographic report on where we stand on human rights on a monthly basis to enable all actors to monitor the trend of human rights and to be able to take steps in addressing the same. He said, Nigeria is facing social and economic challenges which no doubt impact our enjoyment of human rights today. The January dashboard, which we presented last month, revealed some interesting facts about the prevalence of domestic violence, which has had the highest percentage. The February dashboard also showed some interest-dimensional shift of violations, revealing another category of victims who are worst hit by the data generated for the month. Beyond being indicting, it rather presents itself as a guide and a measurement of our progress to realizing human rights of every Nigerian. It provides information that will trigger a chain of multifaceted actions on tackling insecurity, poverty, and inequalities in Nigeria. For instance, the upsurge in violence, killings, and kidnappings recorded in February should concern every arm of our government, he said. Meanwhile, in the dashboard that was presented by Mr. Hilary Ogbonna, the Commission disclosed that it received a total of 1,484 complaints in February. It also noted that whereas 95 of the complaints were against state actors, 28 of them were against non-state actors. 370 petitions bordered on domestic violence and assault, 45 on right to life, 550 on child rights, while 7 were on disability rights. The Commission further disclosed that while 138 of these cases came from the northwest region of the country, it received 393 complaints from the northeast, 481 from north central, 179 from southwest, 146 from southeast, while a total of 149 complaints were received from the south-south geopolitical. Now, a lot of these statistics basically referred back to the recent upsurge as a and breaking into warehouses. Let me start with you, Mr. Emi. The upsurge in stealing right now, it started with looting trucks. And then the vandals, if I may use that word, now got emboldened and they now started looting warehouses. Isn't the country slowly driving to a state of anarchy at this point if this is not controlled?
In every political society, you only have two sets of people. You have the conformists, you have the non-conformists. the non-conformist exists. That is why you have laws in place that will help to tame this set of humans and make them to be conformist. But if the laws become so lenient, and the people who are meant to implement these laws, Nazi politics, Nazi religion, above the implementation of the law, then you have a situation like this. It will continue to bait more ugly situation, giving birth to another ugly situation, we give birth to another ugly situation. You see, the issue of food crisis in the country, I've always said that we can avert it, we can work on it and make things better. But the problem is, are we ready? Let me start with the people before I move to the government. Are we ready to have food sufficiency? Are we ready as a people to avert or tame this food crisis? We are not ready. No, we are not ready. If we have our demands right, if we have our rejections right, and if we have our support rights, then we have people who are to do what? We'll be doing these things. How many people, how many Nigerians today who are saying, I am hungry, oh, I am tired, oh, I need more food, oh, and how many people are going there to flood the gates of their local government secretariats, demanding the local government chairman to show proof of performance in terms of agriculture? How many? How many Nigerians are asking today, Oga Governor, we have seen you constructing rig road. We have seen you, we were talking about this and that. What policy do you have for agriculture, for food sufficiency? Improvement of seedling in this state. How many? How many people are asking, Oga representative that are representing me? I know you have been represented, but how much of your representation has to do with agriculture? Talking about the arable lands, the lands that are wasting in this our community. How many times have you brought this matter up at the state assembly? Oga, please, I know you like us. If you do this, we'll give you more. How many people are asking this question? So we don't. We want the federal government, a Tinubu, to come and farm in our community. We want a Tinubu to bring food, manna from heaven or whatever. Forgetting that agriculture is on the concurrent legislative responsibility and function of government. Where the Land Use Act, Section 1, actually vests the control of land under the control of state government and the urban area, and with the rural area, the local government chairman. Where subsidy removal have actually brought more money in the hands of the governor and the local government chairman. How many people? How many people are asking, what are the policies of federal government on agriculture that we can key in? We don't. Do you know that Nigerian politicians, they think that they are very wise and very smart? They are not that smart. They are leveraging on the ignorance and the docility and gullibility of the people. If you hold Nigerian politicians with the right question, if you see them fidgeting, I will do, they will come and do. That your road that is so bad. If you can tell the person that you are responsible for this, and by this so much, and we are working on you will see tractor the next day. I tell you, tractor will come from nowhere. I will begin to grade, because he knows that he has no more solace, no more hiding place. You have known the truth. But we don't do this until we begin to shaping our demand, support, rejection, and all that. We channel that to the appropriate quarter. We'll continue to have these food shocks. That is for the people. Then for the government, I think I don't really understand that you have something that can create job for your people. You have the resources, but your priority are always about road. If you watch government officials or politicians campaigning since 1954, it's all about, we give you road, I will give you hospital. If you vote me, I tell you, I will build you school. Since 1954. They have been building school, building road, yet our roads are becoming bad. And we are still having infrastructural deficits. And these people keep talking in that manner again. You what 2027 campaign? I will give you roads. If you can vote me, I will give you school. I will build you hospital. The same campaign.
Electricity.
And you have people now who are where you can actually bring that money and engage in mechanized farming. You can encourage the people to form clusters and you give them grant and loan to go into agriculture. You have more food, pump into the market. You will make money as government. If you want to loot, to steal, you will still have some to steal added to the one you have been stealing. If you want to, you know, buy more SUV, you will still have money to buy more SUV at this time, maybe even buy jets.
Okay.
And people will be happy, you know, having food, having improved standard of living. And we vote you again with that road, I will build road, I will still vote you. And you have more government, more days to spend. But you are not doing this. And you are not still using the money. Is that not wickedness?
Okay. Let me come to you, Mr. Victor. You've been laughing since Mr. Amy has been speaking. So let me get your opinion on this and why is it so funny?
Said my mind. Well, let me just conclude this thing. There is hunger in the land. We can't rule that out. There is hunger, and that's why we're having looting upon looting every day. The other day, they looted a truck in less than 30 minutes. They looted a spaghetti truck. The guy went to pray and they looted everything. It's not, we know the truth. We know it's hunger. We know the policies the government are dishing out. They are not implementing it. It's just a paper thing. So I will urge the government though to try and look for a way to manage the situation. If not, in no distant time, it will be uncontrollable. Like we can't even control it no more.
Okay, keep it on that. Under a minute. Now, the concern generally is that when things like this happen in Nigeria, they spread and it becomes a ground norm. Like it becomes a modus operandi and it may not be curtailed. Right, I told you it just started with a small truck looting a very bushy bus with a bag of rice, and from there it's escalated to trucks, and now they are going to warehouses, and it appears to be spreading. You know, right now, before you know what is happening, it will spread down to south, southeast, northwest, and all that. How can this be controlled now before it gets out of control?
It's simple.
In a minute, sir.
The question, what is the essence of law in a democratic society? The laws are made to punish offenders. Yes, there is hunger in the land. I have said what I have said before. To that, there is hunger, but hunger does not mean that you should go and steal people's property. Hunger does not mean that you should go and become a thief, a rogue, a lawbreaker. Because you are part of the problem. If you continue in that manner, you are part of the problem. So those who are empowered, who are meant to implement the law, should enforce the law. Anybody called looting people's property should be dealt with decisively.
Okay.
Because he's a criminal. You can't go because of hunger, you go about, looting people's property. You are killing business now.
Okay.
If you continue like that, you are encouraging other people to do that. That even you in your own home, you will not be safe if the thing continues. Because that your pot or so, somebody will also come and steal it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Amy, for being a guest on this show today. It's always a pleasure, sir.
It's a pleasure. It's my birthday month. So few days from now.
Happy birthday.
Yes, we are marching forward on the 10th.
Okay, on the 10th.
That should be Wednesday.
On Sunday.
No, 10th.
Yes.
Yes, it's on Sunday.
On Sunday, the special day we are wonderfully and specially created on the resting day.
Interesting. We can discuss it after the show. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. You can always stay connected to us on all Atlantic Television Network socials. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Do not forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Ugu Laurentia Choma. Open conversation comes next.